Today, I want to take you with me to my village for a day. Life in my village is nothing too special. Every day revolves around work, family, neighbors, and the familiar rivers around us. If you enjoy watching my rural life here in the Mekong Delta, please follow my channel and give this video a like. Your support gives me the motivation to make more videos and share more of my everyday life with you. If you have any questions or would like to know more about life in my village, please leave a comment below. I would be very happy to chat with you.
Chắc gì có nữa. Chiều nay đi đâu? Bà chú hay mối cháo một lần đó. Rồi Trúc đi đó hả? Trúc đi ăn đi qua coi nhà rồi tổ chức nhậu vậy đó. Tao ngủ mà đi chắc 5 giờ rồi tao hù đó.
After breakfast, once the morning chores were done, some women in my neighborhood gathered together to make traditional Vietnamese cakes. Watching their hands move so quickly, I could tell they had done this many times before. One person prepares the leaves, another adds the filling, and another wraps the cakes. As they make the cakes, they chat with each other. After a morning of working in the fields, the men were tired, so they sat down together, had a few beers, and talked. They shared funny stories from their day, asked each other about their work, and laughed together. After a hard morning of work, I think this was probably one of the most relaxing moments of their day. In my village, we don't need big celebrations to have a good time. Sometimes all we need is a few neighbors sitting together, having a drink, and talking about everyday life. After spending the morning checking the fishing nets, the uncle has finally made his way back home. He didn't catch much today, but for the people in my hometown, bringing home a few fish, shrimp, and crabs is already something to be happy about. Life on the river can be hard, but it is a familiar part of everyday life for the people who live here.
Ôi ăn cá gì cũng quen. Nè má luôn.
After bringing the ketchup from the boat, the uncle starts sorting everything out. There aren't many big fish today. Most of the catch is made up of small fish, along with a few shrimp and crabs. He will save the crabs to sell, while the shrimp will be kept for the family to eat. The small fish will be used as food for the animals at home. As for the small fish that are still alive, he will let me take them home and release them into our fish pond, where they can continue to grow. Here in the countryside, every catch is valuable. Nothing goes to waste. These little fish will grow bigger over time if they are well cared for, and eventually become a source of food for our family. When the fish are grown, our family will also share some of them with the uncle's family. This is how people in the countryside often help and share with one another. Today, the uncle shares his catch with us, and later, when we have something to share, we will give some back to him. They may seem like small things, but they make the bond between neighbors closer and warmer. While I am sorting through the fish we just caught, my husband is busy with his own work. He is checking the crabs that were recently brought back from the farm and monitoring their condition in tanks with oxygen. When we first get the young crabs, they are still very small. After releasing them into the pond, we have to take care of them and monitor them regularly. Every day, the crabs need enough food, and we also have to keep an eye on their living environment so they can stay healthy and grow well.
12 tính 20.
Raising crabs is not something that can be done in just a few days. It takes time and patience to care for them, from the tiny young crabs we first bring home until they grow large enough to harvest. During the farming process, some crabs grow well while others may not survive. That is why checking the crabs regularly is so important. It helps us understand how they are doing and take better care of them. The work can be hard and requires a lot of patience, but when harvest time finally comes, seeing the crabs grow healthy after all the time and effort we have put into them is a rewarding feeling for the whole family. Back with the women in the neighborhood, the traditional cakes are now almost finished. Each one is carefully wrapped and neatly shaped by hands that have been familiar with this work for many years. Looking at the freshly made cakes, I'm reminded of the familiar flavors of home. The ingredients are simple, and the process is not complicated, but making a good batch of cakes still takes a little skill and patience. Once the cakes are finished, they will be taken home for the family to enjoy. For people in my village, food like this is not just something to eat. It is also a small part of the simple days and familiar memories that make our hometown feel like home.
Đi chợ, em, cho em bé nó thạch. Bữa đó xách một bọc dừa đặng 4 trái lộn tư tích trên. Còn hả? Dừa của Năm Phường á. Để luôn. Ê, muốn ăn là nhà bà Tư Sĩ kìa. Bà Tư Sĩ bữa hổm trái dừa của bà cho cô 2 trái á. Nó dừa nào mà nó dày dữ trời về cơm đó. Trời ơi, nó ăn đậu tức chứ ngoài nội nó dừa khô nhóc hết trơn. Rồi bây thử á.
By the river, I saw a small grocery boat passing by, so I called out to the man and asked him to stop so I could buy a few things for the family. The boat is powered by a small engine, which allows it to travel along the rivers and narrow canals to sell goods to people in the neighborhood. There are all kinds of everyday household items on the boat, from cooking seasonings and dried foods to drinking water, snacks, and other little things people might need. Whenever we need something, all we have to do is call the boat over. It is very convenient, and we don't have to travel far just to buy a few things. In a riverside village like mine, these grocery boats have become a very familiar part of everyday life. Whenever we hear the sound of the boat's engine coming down the river, we already know that the grocery boat is on its way. When we need something, we simply call out, and the seller comes over to the riverbank. We can find and buy so many things right there on this little boat.
Tháo ra rồi gắn lại cũng xong luôn.
Như lỗ của nào nó gắn kịch lỗ của ai.
Không cho.
Không gắn được lỗ. Yêu cầu tháo cái sim ra khỏi cái. Bây giờ là bị cô lập rồi đó.
Chắc là tháo được điện thoại hay là đi vô bển nó mới tháo được.
Điện thoại mình xác thực mình tải về cái.
Yeah, mình làm trong điện thoại được nha.
Làm để biết làm thì làm được mà nghe không biết thì
đâu phải dễ biết đâu.
Chụp hình. Rồi chụp hình nè, nó mở ra cho.
Mày mà đồ là có tiền tao gì
thì nó cũng chặt chẽ thôi. Tôi bây giờ tôi điện lại cho ông đi, tôi điện mấy chuyện tào lao đi, cái vụ gì đi. Đậu má ông lấy cái số đó ra là phải cái lòi tên tuổi ra thôi, không được.
Cái này mạng rồi ấy gì được gì.
Nó có giấy
đúng rồi, vô mạng chưa?
Nửa tháng 20 ngày 5 giờ thời gian thì
Nhập wifi vô.
không có nói chịch được, không nói dốc được. Nói dốc nó giảm một chút thì được chứ không nói
Sao? Giảm sao?
mày hồi bữa đó mày nhậu mày nói gì mày nhớ không? Chú năm nay chú có cái thì còn là con tệ lúa tiếp chú. Đó.
Mở nó đăng ký đông đó mà.
Rồi.
Mày có mày đi shop không? Đây mày ký tên vô đây trước cái đi.
Thằng nào lấy gì đủ chứ sao? Nó này mặt ra, cái mặt nó giống này vợ của thằng Băng nó ngoài ghê hồn chặt. Vợ thằng Băng nó cái đầu vậy á. Cặp mặt giống thịt con chặt. Không, nếu mà nhìn là nó con nhỏ đó liền luôn á. Nếu con nhỏ đó gần á.
Điện lại cho chị em chị nó biết con
Ông đâu biết nhớ đó hả?
Cua này ống ép ha.
Vậy nó sao rượu má trúng bánh hay giàu. Ngày càng có tiền.
Không ăn hết luôn.
Gia đình con 4 người, 4 cái. Rồi gia đình cha con Đẳng 4 cái. Dọn sao không chúng có dọn à?
9 10 13 14 15 16 17 18